fish. Like, it's something you can ride to and vibe to. I'm just giving you the keys to survive. Never let society tell you how to begin living your life by following the norm and trends. I warn my friends, don't get blinded by the media. I'd rather be myself, take flight, got a speedy on speed dial. And meanwhile, my dream right beside me with a smile. She like.
It's Ryan, and it's Chengdu City Gastronomy. I'm standing in a market in the rain. It's a crappy day, and yet I come out to make videos for you guys. Today I'm eating tofu fish. It's essentially fish and tofu in a spicy, oily broth together. So I wanted to talk about tofu, and what better place to do it than this giant farmer's market south of Chengdu. Oh, look. Yeah. Yay! 你好. You're a happy baby. You got some teeth coming in. They're making this tofu in the back. How beautiful that is, though. And it says tofu on the bottom of it. I don't know if they'll let me back there. I would love to communicate that, but unfortunately my Chinese is not that great. 我可以来旅行? Okay, so they grind up the beans, the soybeans, which are right here. You got soybeans, grind them up, put them into a vat, like this kind of. I think this is the ends of it though. And then they put them in these bowls. And I saw her scooping out the bean curd from the bowl into a block like this. Then basically putting this board on it and putting weight on top of it, which presses it all down, and you can see all the water is dripping out underneath here. 热豆腐干豆腐或豆腐 Okay. So soft, smooth tofu, the same as that tofu right there. So the firmness of the tofu depends on how much of that water you press out of it. So now you're going to put that on and watch the water come out of it. Loading up the baby in the tofu. It's doing a shipment.
特别，你在一天内做了多少豆腐呀？
做了100多斤。
100？100
多斤。
再见。
送给你，要不要？送给你。
要。
把这。
No. Tofu kind of has a bad reputation in the West. It's associated with terrible things like vegetarians. No, I'm just joking. Vegetarians, good people, doing good things. Keep it up. It actually took me moving to Asia to realize how delicious tofu is, which makes sense. It was invented in China. The first recorded history, it was actually about 2,000 years ago. So the Chinese have been making tofu for a long, long time. There's some more tofu. The name tofu actually comes from Chinese, dou fu. Dou means bean, fu means to rot. So it's bean rot, which you can see how it has a bad reputation. It's really raining out there now. I'm trapped. So to make it, they basically take soy milk and they coagulate it. It's the same process as cheese, except cheese uses dairy. In fact, they actually use the same coagulant for tofu as they would for feta. Tofu is usually categorized by its firmness, which is basically just how hard it's pressed, how much water is pressed out of it. So if more water's in it, it's a softer tofu. Extra firm tofu in China is called dougan, which means being dry because it's the driest. It's had the most water pressed out of it. Next on the scale would be lao tofu, which means old tofu. It's, in English, we just call it firm tofu. And soft tofu, like this stuff here, they would call that hua tofu, which means smooth tofu. And just for the record, I'm against umbrellas. Too many people have hit me in the head with them. Wow, those 2 blocks, it's only 3 kuai. It's so cheap. Just douhua. So here's a guy making his own douhua. At least cooking it. And here we are, standing in front of the restaurant. Me and Sarah and me. And let's go. This place is called 17 something something. Okay, your options are pepper, fresh pepper, tomato, pickled vegetable, green pepper, numbing spicy, or curry. So we're kind of cheating a little bit. Usually this dish would come in like a big pot on the table, almost like a hot pot, but this is individual and they have like different flavors. Sarah got the Sichuan kind. 谢谢.
It's way too much food. We get 2 of those. That's shao.
That's shao. That's huge.
Yeah. 这个锅不能碰哦，有点烫。这锅。
Sorry? Oh, this looks awesome. So let's talk douhua. Silken tofu, they call it, because it's super soft. It just falls apart. See, it's just like barely stays together. It's hard to pick it up with chopsticks. Whoop. So typically in China, douhua is it's kind of like a dessert. People will get it in the summertime. They'll get a scoop of douhua and they'll put like toppings on it, like peanuts, brown sugar. In Sichuan, they actually prefer it savory. If you're sitting in a tea place, there might be a guy comes around who's got like a stick with the bucket and then the toppings. So they basically put it down, they scoop it out, put it in a thing, and then they put maybe some yatsai, some like savory toppings on it, like pickled vegetables and chili oil. So the fish in here is almost definitely river fish. Probably a catfish or a carp. Looks like they took the bones out for us, which is always fantastic. It's really tender. It's good. It's not muddy at all. Yeah, quite good. I'm digging this. You digging this?
Yeah, it's really good.
This place we're at, I think they only have one other location in Chengdu, but we're down by where we live, which if you're a tourist coming here, you probably don't want to come all the way down where we are because there's not much down here but tech parks. But they have another location downtown, and if you check the notes, I'll have a link to a map and the address and all that.
It's okay, I'm gonna take some of your seaweed and your
Please.
and my spicy.
Sure. As long as I can steal some of your, what do you have?
More.
More. 20 kuai each, plus you can get other items to put in it, which are like maybe 2 kuai a piece. So if you're in America and you want to try this dish, there's a restaurant called Chengdu Taste. It's really popular. I think they have multiple locations all across America. It's probably the best Sichuanese restaurant in America right now, from what I've read. And they have this dish on their menu, so you could go there, check it out. Oh, wow. Fish just, it's almost softer than the tofu. You melt in your mouth. So tell me, what does the tofu taste like?
It doesn't have a taste, it just tastes like a dish.
Exactly. It has a bad reputation, and really it just absorbs flavors. It doesn't, like on its own, maybe there'd be a little bit of a taste, but
Yeah, it has a
not
bad
much.
reputation, but in China, it's so fresh. It is better.
Oh, it's so much better. What's your favorite kind of tofu? Correct. Damn, you were good. Okay, another episode of Chengdu City of Gastronomy. Another delicious meal. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you subscribe below. And also leave a comment, please, if you want to know something or if you want to call me names. Tofu, delicious.
Yes.
Yes. So don't be scared. Eat your tofu because it's healthy and delicious too. 你好。
招手挥手，挥手是嘛？
Hello. Hello.
够了嘛？也。